The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening. Welcome to Sports Collective TV. I'm your host and moderator. I'm Farhan, a.k.a. WDC. I want to thank you for tuning in today. As always, we have a very spectacular show for you. If you've been checking the social media at Sports Collective Media, then you've seen the lineup of guests today. As you know, I don't do this by myself. I got a whole cast and crew here. So we're going to let everyone introduce themselves, and we're going to get this show started.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
I had a situation last week, and I'm sorry, but the health wasn't all good. But it's your boy, Robert Lamar, in the house. What's happening?
It's happening, man.
Feeling better.
You all right?
I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy to be in the zone with you guys.
I got a little history with you. I got a little history with you.
What we do?
Was it them Sundays you be eating?
Oh, I haven't ate those in the whole calendar year.
Sundays?
Look, he said the whole calendar year.
If you ever want to catch him slipping,
check his social media, right?
Take him out for a Sunday.
Ice cream?
And it's going to be about this high.
I created a double chin doing that, so I'm trying to lay off the double chin this year.
But did you hear what he said? He had no all calendar year?
Calendar year.
Is that different from fiscal year?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Hey, we can't be talking about ice cream on this hot day, man. You're going to make me want some ice cream now.
Hey, we can all go to, we ain't going to say the name of the place, but we can all go. You feel me? We can make that happen.
He knows the spots.
He knows where to go.
Jeez, he's an enabler. You see what he just did? Hey, that's some cold stuff, Cali Sportsman. Cali Cole.
And I'm the Cali Sportsman. We down here at Morris Media Studios. We making it happen on Sports Collective TV. Mondays at 5 o'clock. Just check us out. Talk about it. Do about it. Be about it. That's what we do. We pop a collars from the Bay to L.A., y'all.
There it is.
So when you was talking all that, Fredo, in regards to Durant, I had to bring the Bay to L.A., man, the Bay to L.A.
There it is. And just, again, real quick, my name is Fredo Cervantes. Whoa, well, let's just go ahead and get started. I just want to say my name. That's all I got to say because I'm ready. I'm rolling. I got
he
my.
kind of got in the clutch. You know
Yeah.
You know how
he didn't get into the gear.
You know when your pants leg get caught in the chain when you was riding the bike.
Hey, but I'm ready and rolling. So, Fran, what do we got right now?
What you got?
Well, man, real quick, I guess NBA playoffs is what's going on right now. It's pretty hot.
Yes.
But right before the show actually came on, I mentioned to the table, I'm like, hey, real quick, just want to let you guys know, Kevin Durant is arguably the best player in the league.
Blasphemy.
Right now. He is the best player in the league
Kevin
right
Durant,
now.
How do you guard yourself?
Right now?
How do you guard yourself?
How is it LeBron just can't do no wrong, man? I mean, the man can't do no wrong, man. For me to be a LeBron hater, it's not working out.
No.
He's making shots forever.
Floating,
I'm trying to work with you with the Durant piece, but they suspect too. I mean, only folks I really like is Houston.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
They dragging Utah to
turn.
They just dragging.
But you said it right there. They're dragging Utah.
Yeah, but they dragging. Dragging is dragging when you're talking NBA sport.
Especially in the playoffs.
True.
Because they letting them play. These refs is letting these cats play.
That is true. But end of the day, Kevin Durant will never be better than LeBron.
Really?
Know your role. What are you talking about?
I know my role. I know this role. Look, you want me to give you a simple stat line?
Please do.
Please, thank you.
Go ahead.
3-4 in the NBA Finals. Real quick, that's LeBron James. That's not Kevin Durant. Second of all, Kevin Durant, two-time on the verge of being a two-time champion, arguably
with a super team.
With the super team. And how about LeBron's teams? What about his Miami Heat teams?
Kevin Love is a part of a super team.
What about Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade? He went 2-2 with those guys. 2-2.
2-2.
KD is 1-0 right now with his super team, about to be 2-0.
Let me ask you a question. Is that super team in Golden State better than the super team in Miami?
Of course, no doubt.
No doubt?
All right. What about Philly, though?
Wow.
Philly, Boston. I mean, come on. Does that make you want to
Cali
cry?
Sportsman, what you used to tell me when I first started when you put me on back in the day? You two wet behind the ears? Rob Lamar, is that what you used to tell me, Cali Sportsman?
I mean, I went to every barbershop, every barbecue place. Everybody was upset about Philly.
They're too wet behind the ears. They've never been there before.
They're kids.
But what was it, a trend or something? I mean, what happened? Because, what's his name, Rozier for Boston? Whatever.
Yeah. He's running by them.
Man, it's like...
Show of hands. Anybody know who he was before the season?
I knew who he was early on in the season. That's about it. But...
Yeah, well, hey, let's go.
Shout out to Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens is showing you guys that he is arguably the best coach in the league right now. And that's speaking over Pop. Yeah, I said it.
Well, Pop who?
But see,
come on, it's one Pop.
This is the thing.
It's basketball. One Pop.
I don't know if I said it on
it's
here.
Like it's one Shaq.
Overrated
Shaq
coach.
who?
Right.
Overrated coach.
Pop is not overrated, but everybody's seeing how great Tim Duncan was because he's not going to win another one without him.
No, he's not.
Facts. Brad Stevens,
I don't know why y'all be pulling that one.
Kawhi's gone.
Always
Kawhi's leaving him.
He's coming to L.A.
Yes, he is.
I predicted other. So remember when it all happened, when they come back here, Cali Sportsman said something else. Okay. All right? That's a Stephen A. moment. So I'm just
I got Houston, so I don't care what y'all say.
Hey,
I'm taking Houston all over.
LeBron's destination next year.
So baseball. Isn't it rich right now? Don't you just love the game of baseball? Don't you see them hitting and running? Don't you remember the days when they just was just hitting and it was just going out and like, okay, but now they got 9-9 scores and they hitting and running.
Crazy.
It's good to see baseball right now.
Yeah, but unless you're a Dodger fan, we're not hitting right now.
Yeah.
No,
we're struggling.
Not much,
I went national base. I didn't want to go local, but I was just saying, baseball is looking good. I mean, I always look at the Yankees. They set the bar.
Yeah, but real quick, one quick baseball thought. Congratulations to Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols with the milestone of 3,000 hits. Man, that's crazy. But the crazier part is he got 2,000 with St. Louis. And do you know when he left St. Louis? He left in 2010. So from 2010 till now, he got less than 1,000 hits.
Yeah.
That's just to show you his
how
decline
great he was at
and
St.
how
Louis.
great he was there
absolutely.
to him declining.
Yeah.
And when they give him that stat, they always they compare it to his home runs. Mm-hmm. So that kind of fluffs it a little bit. Because we got
perspective.
Yeah, he got a home run stat.
But I mean, besides being a good home run hitter, he was still
a great double
hitter. Yeah,
great double hitter.
In the gaps and singles, of course.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, congrats to Albert Pujols from the Anaheim Angels.
We got a great show.
Anaheim. It's the Los Angeles.
No, Anaheim Angels. They're in Anaheim. You know how many miles away they are from us right now? They're at least, 35 miles away from
Artie
us?
Moreno disagrees with you.
Well, that's his fault, not mine.
Hey.
Anyway.
Just saying.
Hey, we're going to have a great show today.
Yes,
Definitely.
Stay tuned. Why don't you just let them know what they're going to be listening to?
So I got coming up next, I got Brendan Amura, who's here from Lupa Vita, and also he's a sports fan. So we're going to talk about, it's Lupus Awareness Month. So if you remember last segment, we had a guest here. And so I brought Brendan here, who's actually part of the show today, who's going to talk about his supplement for lupus. And like I said, he's a sports fan as well.
New England sucks.
And you bringing the bunk bears with you, right?
And then, so I got
the bunk bears
coming up with me on that segment right after this break. And then we got the LABC segment.
Oh, here we go.
4 cats from the LABC.
Man.
South Division and North Division. Here, 2 of them play the games.
Yep.
That's going to be on that segment as well.
Tulio.
And then we got In the Zone with Robert Lamar. And then we got Alarm with the alerts at the bottom. So keep it right here. Sports Collective TV, 323-293-3375, MorrisMediaLive.com. You can catch us here Mondays, 5 p.m. Shout out to
Call me up.
Call him up. Let him know.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many LupaVita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. LupaVita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if LupaVita can help you. www.lupavita.com, 888-852-2102.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh,
too.
man, that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasms, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I didn't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. You know the fact that both parents have sickle cell trait, there's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army, 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man. There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org. All right, welcome back to Sports Collective TV. I'm your host and moderator. Again, I'm Farron, a.k.a. WDC. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, at IamWDC. That's IAMWDC, Twitter, Instagram. As you know, I take care of that community piece as well. You see the commercials about sickle cell trait. You've seen the commercial right now about lupus. So, again, I'm an advocate for humanity. I wear that label proudly. And so I met Brendan here a couple years back, and he has this supplement for lupus. So, again, this Lupus Awareness Month, and I just wanted to bring him here today so he could share with you not just his sports background, but what he does to make an impact in this huge conversation around lupus. So please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate you having me first off, Ron. So my story, I started a vitamin supplement called LupaVita. I've had loved ones that were diagnosed with lupus, and we worked with their doctors to create a formula for them. And from there, it kind of just took off over the past few years. We've really been able to make a crazy impact in the community in regards to raising awareness for lupus, doing different events, doing walks, and really growing our brand from just being a multivitamin company to becoming a lupus activist movement. So right now we have a walk that's going to be going on in December with Lupus Research Alliance. We have a new vitamin that just came out, LupaVita PM, that I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
And lupus is, in general, it's just a crazy, crazy disease. So many people have it that not a lot of people know about, and it affects you in so many different ways.
Definitely.
In regards to like autoimmune conditions like sickle cell, things that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
It affects your body in so many different ways, from fatigue, inflammation, swelling. And we're really here just now to raise awareness for it. That's kind of our main message, and really get it out there. But we look at vitamin therapies.
Yeah, vitamin. So it's natural for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So before we get into the LupaVita conversation, give us some sports background, because I know you got some sports background.
Absolutely. So I'm born and raised Boston, so all Boston teams.
Shout out to Sports Log.
Boston all day. Pat, Celts, Bees.
Right.
And Sox. Forgetting the socks.
Socks. That's all you got.
Man,
right?
So these are all LA, so it's LA.
We don't.
I remember being at the Garden back when we play you guys. I think it was what, 08?
Right. That was the first coach. That was the first Lakers Celtics one.
I'd be selling T-shirts down in the Garden. We had Beat LA shirts. I wish I brought one. I know you guys are all LA fans. Damn.
Let's get him off the set.
Let's go.
Pull them out. But it's been going good for your city. Like Boston teams right now, Boston sports, just New England sports in general. You know, was it the Patriots just lost the Super Bowl, but you got there, right?
How many do we have?
He said, "I'll take that loss."
Right, Brady's got what? 5 rings? Five rings.
Yeah. It's coming from a Raider fan, right?
Yeah, you can respect greatness. I mean, come on. Just because I'm a Raider fan doesn't mean I have to be blind and say, "Oh man, Brady's not the greatest quarterback of all time."
Dude,
see, I mean, come on. It's like it's a Rams fan over here. You know?
But how are you a diehard Brady fan and a diehard Raider fan?
Easy. I like Brady. When we were young, you liked Peyton Manning. I liked Tom Brady. You were a Chiefs fan. I was a Raiders fan.
So
so that's Chiefs then Colts. But yeah, now you're a Rams fan. I've been through and through Raiders and Brady, and that's it. Once Brady retires, I'm not going to choose for the Patriots. It's the Raiders.
You respect the player.
You respect the player. Like, yeah, so there's people that are Kevin Durant fans, even though they're a Lakers fan. You can do that. You can have your cake and eat it too.
So where do you side on the Tuck rule?
It happened, so it is what it is. You can't complain because of one play. There were other plays in the game that could have been made, so for me to focus on just that one thing and be like, I hate Brady because of it, wasn't his fault. He didn't make the call. They did, and it is what it is. So, anything else?
You're good.
Respect, man.
All right.
So Brennan, give us your personal sports background. Any sports you played in high school, college?
Oh, yeah. So I played football, baseball in high school.
Nice.
I did a little bit of coaching last year. I coached high school football down in San Diego. I was an offensive coordinator as well as wide receivers coach at the time. So I've been heavily involved in the football game. I'd say that's my number one sport.
Yeah.
But, I'm always watch big viewer, big fan. So
mental toughness, right? So you talk about how you played, sports in high school. Mm-hmm. Where did that mental toughness come from? Like, where do you develop that?
Just anything from teamwork. You sports give you so many different types of values that you need to learn throughout everything. Like mental mindset of looking at one thing, like looking at one play at a time, trying to go through different things and not letting one play affect you or doing something where it could throw you all off. And that's really where we built, looking back into Lupa Vita now and working with a lot of lupus patients. It's sports and lupus or autoimmune diseases, they coincide because you have to have that mental strength. You need to have that toughness. You need to have that vision. You need to have that goal to go ahead and get through. If it's lupus, you're dealing with day-to-day battles of fatigue and things like that, while sports, it's training, getting better every single day, and then looking at every play like it's last, one play at a time. You can't think down the road when sports.
Belichick, that Belichick mentality, right?
Do your job.
Yeah. That's right. Do your job.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to keep your body, athletes are always keeping their bodies tip-top shape, and like you said, I'm glad that we have you on here to bring up the awareness, because there could be athletes out there that have lupus and aren't even aware of that.
Or have loved ones as well.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of celebrities do. Snoop's daughter has lupus. Who else? Khalil Mack, Raider. He when they did the cleats awareness, he wore the lupus one, which is awesome. I think Justin Tuck has a niece that has lupus, so it is prevalent. You do see it everywhere, and usually at least someone or someone else with autoimmune
and
condition.
that's not counting the ones that are undiagnosed, because I know you mentioned some of the symptoms like fatigue, and you can probably just be like, oh, I'm feeling tired, or you can find other things to blame for it without actually getting yourself checked out. And constantly you just be like, oh, well, this is just something that happens to me all the time,
Oh, yeah.
So I'm assuming there's probably tons of other people out there who are undiagnosed and don't even know or aren't even aware about lupus, so they wouldn't even get themselves checked out for it.
And that's why we have this segment here, because we want people to hear and listen that, you just need to pay attention to your body. We talk about it with sickle cell trait. So you being a coach, did you know anything about sickle cell trait before we met, or?
I didn't. I know, I remember Tevin Coleman had it on the Falcons. I remember that came up, but I knew a little bit in regards to overlapping autoimmune diseases, looking at fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know too much about sickle cell until I met you, and then you kind of informed me a little bit more.
Yeah, cool deal.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Lupa Vita. So you got a new supplement. So how is this different from the original?
Yeah. So Lupavita PM now, it's a nighttime formula. So we're looking at helping people sleep throughout the night. We did surveys with a lot of our customers as well as a number of different lupus patients. We wanted to see what they suffered from the most in regards to symptom-wise, or what would they do to change. And we got almost 70% responding to having trouble sleeping.
Oh, yeah, lack of sleep.
Exactly. And we were like, how can we do something to go ahead and look at a natural way to help people sleep through the night as well as help with inflammation? So we worked with our medical advisory board, did some tests, and we ended up coming out with Lupavita PM.
Yeah.
So we have the nighttime formula now.
You can't say what that is, though, right?
No, it's out now. It's out now. I can go through every ingredient. I actually got it right here.
Nice.
So I know you use a lot of natural herbs, B12. There's a lot of different natural. So for the lupus community out there that you're taking a lot of medications, we're not against it, but some people are looking for natural, holistic ways to heal their body, and so Lupavita is one of.
Absolutely. So, like, with a lot of people with lupus, too, you get stuck on taking so many different types of prescription medications. And what we want to do is get everything, and they do prescribe to take vitamins as well. But our main thing was, instead of spending $100, $150 on vitamins a month and taking 10 to 15 different capsules a day, how can we get everything in one capsule once a day, fraction of the price? And that's kind of how this was born in the beginning, our original Lupavita formula. And now you look out, and a lot of people or a lot of doctors, they kind of don't really look at the deficiencies that you see. Mm-hmm. So you look at like vitamin D, B12, magnesium.
Magnesium is important. People don't realize how important magnesium.
It's a vital supplement.
Is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's so many studies done too with the NIH to see that having lower levels and it correlating with higher disease activity.
Right.
So our main goal is to kind of raise that awareness for people and be like, people, if you do have lupus, what are your vitamin levels, and how can we go ahead and change that? How can we raise your vitamin D? Because people with lupus can't go out in the sun, so how can we get natural vitamin D?
Exactly.
And then with PM, how can we help them sleep? So kind of hit it full circle.
Nice. So before, you guys have any questions?
Well, we were on here last week with our guest, and she brought up the fact that, that women of color are more have the higher risk of getting lupus. So what do you think that is?
What do I think it is? I don't know. So lupus in general, it's a pregenetic disposition.
Okay.
And they know 90% of the people that have it are women. And then 60% of that, like you said, are either Hispanic, African American, Latino, or Asian culture.
Okay.
And they have no idea. They don't really know why that is. They just kind of that's just like what they've surveyed and was able to see. And it's interesting talking, and you see it run in families.
Right.
Yeah. You see it skip generations.
Yeah.
So it's funny to talk to people, and they're like, yeah, my grandmother had it, or my grandmother maybe wasn't even diagnosed with it, but they knew that something was wrong. So now it's like kind of answers questions for the whole family.
Right.
And it's good in the sense, too, because if someone in your family does have lupus, you can start to look for signs of it. You can look at preventative measures.
Right.
Because it doesn't start to come out until, like, women in, they say, childbearing ages, which could be anywhere from 18 to, like, 40.
Yeah.
And a number of things can trigger it. So you can definitely take preventative measures, looking at different vitamins. You can look at family history. You can look at diet. You can look at a number of different things, like underlying causes, they say now.
Right.
I know a lot of people that I've interviewed since 2011. It's either hormonal, genetic, or environmental. So there's triggers that happen into the body, and then these symptoms start to take place, and then they diagnose them as lupus.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. And it's crazy because every case is a little bit different too.
Yeah.
Like say you had lupus and I had lupus.
Right.
Your case could be completely different from mine.
Okay.
Like you might have completely different symptoms. You might have a rash or inflammation, while I just have chronic fatigue.
Okay.
So every case is a little bit different, and exactly like you said, in regards to triggers, you got to figure out what triggers. Is it stress? Is it sunlight? Is it a number of different things? To really see.
Foods, and things like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, man?
No, like I said, we've changed everything from just being a multivitamin company to a lupus activist movement. So we're doing walks now, and we're really just looking at underlying causes now. So we look at diet, family history, vitamins in specific, and just trying to raise awareness to make sure people with lupus, they get their vitamin levels checked and kind of just go from there.
Right. Any website you want to give out?
www.lupavita.com. The PM site's from there as well. So,
all right, cool. Again, excuse me. This is Sports Collective TV. A very important segment here. We're going to take a break because I got some more segments coming up. As we mentioned to you, the LABC segment, the In the Zone segment, and the Alert by Alarm is also coming up. So, again, 323-293-3375, Sports Collective TV, right here on MorrisMediaLive.com. Shout us out. What's the count?
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
Hey, I'm Sergeant First Class Ferran Dozier. I'm here at the military base, and I have the sickle cell trait. Now, why I got involved is I experienced what they call sickle cell trait exertion. And I was doing the Army physical fitness test, the 2-mile run, and when I got done, I collapsed. A lot of soldiers and athletes have been dying at football fields and running track, and the family members have no idea that they have the sickle cell trait gene or that it's a trigger. So my purpose is to mobilize the community so we can find out what's in your genes. How will life be if we could prevent another child from being born with sickle cell trait or disease? And if a child was born with the trait or disease, that the family members would have the education, awareness, and resources in every city that they lived in. So tune into our webinar series and find out what's the count. What's the count? What's the count? What's the count?
Hello and welcome to Sports Collective TV, here with myself, Fredo Cervantes, of course, with the one and only Cali Sportsman in the other end, and we're bringing you the LABC segment. Of course, we do the play-by-play announcement for the radio broadcast for the LABC. It's a great basketball division out here in Los Angeles, and they are part of the South Division here with the LABC. We got Amos here to my left, and we got Shannon to the other side here. Welcome, guys, to the set. How you guys doing today?
Chilling.
Doing good. Thank you for having us. Hey, no problem, man.
I just got to ask one question.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now y'all see who we are, right?
Right.
But when they showed up and was doing interviews in the beginning, what went through y'all mind? Like who, these cats is like on a little table with a little mic, you know what I'm saying? Well, we don't know if y'all probably be part of the next thing happening because we ain't talked about the mobile app they put you guys on. You guys like been sitting on all these different platforms. Yeah. So maybe y'all didn't know, but I know when I walked in the gym, everybody was kind of like, in the beginning, like, who is these dudes? So I was just wondering, before y'all took y'all interviews, you know what I'm saying, because y'all getting your ball on. So
Well, I actually seen y'all doing the North Division.
Okay.
So, I saw what y'all was doing over there, and I was like, wow, this is something great, especially for the league, for LABC. So,
I mean, it's unique in the kind. When we got, Morris Media Studios, we be able to bring you guys on, talk about your experiences, how you're trying to get exposure. We have a mobile app. We on live. I mean, we everything other than ESPN right now. Mm-hmm. So just makeshift, trying to make it happen. So it's really, at the end of the day, it's not about revenue or anything like that. It's really getting you guys the exposure. Because I've worked with kids for 20 years, AAU, and it was all about exposure. So when we got this opportunity, it was like, a heart-filled dream for us to be able to do for you guys. That probably no one is underserved. I mean, because it ain't like nobody's there unless you brought your girlfriend and a bottle of water. Ain't nobody really watching y'all. So, but y'all giving some great basketball. So we thought we wanted to bring that to surface. So I didn't mean to cut it off.
No, go ahead. That's a great thought.
Appreciate that. It's all about the growth at the end of the day. And we're a team that's been growing for the past 3 years. And we just got to the point now where we have a sponsor. Their name is Champagne Champions. They're a clothing line. And their motto is basically toast to your accomplishments like a champion. And that's what we try to represent as well. So
who's the team that y'all really just want to get at? I mean,
Honestly, if you really want me to be honest,
I didn't mean to throw y'all out there like that. I roll with Inglewood fellas. That's my boys.
You want to be honest?
That's my boys.
You want to be honest?
My son played for. So I'm gonna throw mine out. I'm with the Inglewood fellas.
You want to be honest? We don't want to go at nobody. Everybody wants us.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it from Shannon.
Popping his collar over
Everybody
here.
wants us. Okay. We don't want nobody.
Wow.
I mean, it's no secret. We've always been the team to beat. You know, we've had guys talking smack to us on social media. You know, they don't like the success that we've had. We came in the first season. We made a lot of noise in the LABC. So, you know, coming in now, we don't expect nothing less but a championship. So, and everybody knows that we coming for it. Yeah. You know, especially Inglewood.
I mean, it's good basketball. I mean, you really look at the caliber of play, and then you look at the athleticism. It's confusing, because it doesn't match what you see on TV with basketball, or what you see with younger kids, or if you see with high school. Because these guys are, you know, everyday jobs, but in the middle, they still could give you the business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they still kept that craft, or they still had that feel for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was a student athlete, but the hip came into play. I can't do what I want to do no more. But to go out there and really being an athlete and appreciate the sport like I do, like you guys do, to have that passion to say, man, even at this stage of the game, I'm gonna still chase my little dream. If it's just going out there putting up 10, I'm sorry. Just 10. You know what I'm saying? You want to put? I'm seeing these guys putting up 30. The scores is high. Fredo's calling play-by-play.
Yeah, man. It's just an amazing talent, man. When I first got a chance to check it out, but first of all, shout out to Americas for making all of that happen. Everything going on,
yes,
you know.
Yeah. 3 shout outs, man.
3 5. Just give them 5, man. It's for Cinco de Mayo weekend. But no, yeah, man. America's doing a great job allowing us to bring this amazing platform, like we mentioned earlier today with the mobile app. Of course, you know, we get to follow you guys all the way from Santa Clarita, North Hollywood, or Van Nuys, however you want to say it, whether it's Van Nuys.
All I know, I drive an SUV, and I be like, I can't go tonight.
Yes, boy.
I'm like, I'm going to have to Uber to a game.
Hey, you gotta get there one way or another to see this amazing talent.
But it just goes to really show the dedication. Like, it ain't about bread. These cats is putting real gas in their cars. They're going out here, checking you guys out, trying to give y'all a platform. And it's not so much a give back or kudos. We just trying to work together. We want the network as well as Americas and these teams to know that, man, we could be the next thing for exposure to where, like now, it's a lot of local games. I mean, I think the big game was Vegas. Everybody went to Vegas, right? Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at this on the national level, this could be something really, really big. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the big AAU nationals when you guys all played in that when y'all was coming up. But it's like now, you know, Cass is traveling with the Rosarito, Mexico, you know, out of the country, getting picked up by other teams, and you know what I'm saying? We want to be able to exploit that for you guys, you know, without having you guys be dealing with, you know, the riffraffs, you know, just be transparent, because, man, some of the dunks and the passes is just true basketball. Yeah. You don't see that in the NBA. We just watched, 6 games over the weekend? Mm-hmm. You know, they still traveling. You know what I'm saying? When y'all travel, at least the referee call it.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of garbage, too, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They let y'all play.
Let's not talk about the refs.
Yeah, we got to always talk. I'm that coach that talk about the refs, because I get it. The ref only could call what he could see, right? Okay, I got you.
I mean, we're not getting fined for it. Right, they could do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. Say it with an open chest.
Yeah. I just letting them know the program needs to develop a little bit. We know instead of that $40, give them $50. You know what I'm saying? They can blow the whistle a couple of times.
Oh, crap.
But that's the other thing. It's like we're watching the playoffs right now. They letting them play. Yeah, You've not seen the NBA let these guys play like they playing. And you guys play. Yeah. And they let y'all bump and grind a little bit. It's always to the fourth quarter unless y'all blowing somebody out by 20 or 30. But when you get to the fourth, they start hitting the whistle a little more. What would y'all like to see happen in the league?
I mean, there's a lot going on with this league right now. Americas is doing a great job. You know, he's trying to build a platform for guys to be able to play overseas with his league, which is really good, you know. And then he's brought you guys on to, you know, bring that media and that coverage and those highlights. And, you know, that's basically one of the next steps that he needed for the league. You know, I feel like this is a huge thing for us, for all the teams, you know, to be able to have this type of advantage right now.
All right, we're going to go Cali Sportsman 101. We go back. Rewind. So you got like 2 minutes to kind of go back from, let's say, I'm going to give you middle school to high school and then now. So where was you at doing sports? You was middle school, you Baseball, basketball, football.
I was all basketball. All basketball. I was dunking at 5'5" and 9.
Okay, there we go. I like the eyebrow going up. I like that. I'm giving you Cali Sportsman 101. So just take it. Just take it. It's
you said 5'5"?
Yeah, 5'5".
Whoa.
You see how we do that? We just turn them up. You know what I'm saying? Like an engine. Okay, now you in high school, right? You got, you pretty, you cute. What's up? You still short? You still short?
I just try to do my thing all the time.
Okay,
being
do
short,
my
I had to work
thing.
10
So
times
what?
harder.
Was it a recruit at 12th grade? What happened? Nothing?
Oh, man, you know what? I went through a lot.
There we
one
go.
of those basketball stories.
There we go. See how we go with that? All right. You off the whistle. All right, I'm going to take you back to elementary because you was bigger than everybody. So when it had to happen in elementary, right?
Nah, elementary, I was in a couple leagues, a couple championships.
Yeah, see, it's nothing. It's nothing. We're going to hit the post in a minute, all right? Then we get to, let's just jump to middle school because right now, you beyond dunking.
Middle school, man, I'm just running around. Like, literally just running around.
Up and down the court playing big man?
Nope, just running around.
Oh, running around. That's that other story. See, we talk about all that. All right, so then we get serious about hoop, and then what happened?
Get to high school, ball out my first year, invite to the varsity league, the varsity team, got into an accident, couldn't walk for a month. That's when my story starts. See, that's why you got to stay tuned to these stories because these guys got stories, but they haven't given up the little thing that most of us is looking for every day, and that's that little passion, right? Right, yeah.
And just to do the next dude, because you know what? I got a son who got injured in sports, and it's like he's still chasing it a little more and a little more. I had another son, these Division I players, and we've had stories. We had another show called Sports Lounge Live. So we had these stories about kids chasing hoop dreams where something happened, but they still there. They still in it. We got Ryan Bennett. He's playing over in Europe. He's playing over in Germany. You know what I'm saying? But something happened. So, that's all for me, man. Hey, I'm looking good, right?
Sportsman, okay. The camera on you.
I'm over here with the tall dude. The short dude is over there. The short dude over there.
Camera this side.
I'm with the tall. See how we both the same height? We same height. Yeah, I'm looking 6'8" over here.
Look at you, Callie. You can look at you on the screen. You look pretty tall there. Shannon, how tall are you?
I am 6'8".
6'8".
Yeah, I'm saying, call him, man. I'm Kelly's friend. I called that. I should be in Vegas right now.
Callie, how tall are you?
6'2".
All right, there it is.
But I'm over 6 feet. That's
it looks
all
like
that matters
it.
to a woman.
It's good.
That's all that matters
both
to a
of us
woman.
Here, I believe.
When y'all be talking at 5'11", it's all bad
we're both
for
under
you.
6
that
here.
Point, she ain't seen you, and she got that hair. You send her that hair shot. You send her that hair. You send her this picture with you and your mom, and you shorter than your mom. Oh, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
That's out the door.
She trying to get a big stallion, man. Come on.
It happens that way.
I don't know. Come on, you want that stallion?
That's 6 feet over there.
Even
5 feet over here.
If it's a girl,
if it's 5 feet.
If it's a girl, you looking for 5'7", 5'8". You know what I'm saying?
They can't even wear heels when they with you.
Hey, man, it's all good. Hey, you know what? You know what?
I always got one good short joke. Y'all sit on the ground, your feet dangle. That's bad. That's bad, man. That's bad. But you know what? I say the short joke from when it comes to basketball because the other edge is because it's always bigger. Yeah. So you really only got like two opportunities. Either you could be the best defender, you know what I'm saying, or you bring the ball up and you dish the ball really great, right? They're not really for you to give up 30 no more. You know what I'm saying? If you do it, you do it. But I'm just saying realistically, you know what I'm saying? Bigger. So you got this other fight. You are not only just the fighter just trying to play, but you got this fight to always kind of prove yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got to be, I'm not cotton. You know what I'm saying? Come down here, you're going to catch one.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth.
Yeah,
right.
No.
Tell him, Shannon. Let him know.
I grew up in
this Venice Beach basketball, to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? The wind just ain't blowing. You know what I mean? But sometimes some of them shots looking like they at Venice Beach. You know what I'm saying? But no, we glad to have you, man. I just got to talk a little mess.
Yeah, well, real quick, before we let you guys go and bring in the other group right now, this is Shannon's touch base on your love for the sports teams. Basketball, baseball, football.
Baseball, I'm a Yankees fan.
All right.
Okay, go with the university.
Basketball, I'm Team LeBron.
Oh, okay.
Before y'all start,
so
Shannon, that's the best player that's ever played.
Shannon,
I'm gonna say that now. Best player that's ever played.
Hold it right now. Hold it.
Motherfucker, make one shot. Everybody go crazy.
Shannon, you have to stick. Hold on. Shannon, you gotta. I'm not gonna let you have it right now, but I'm gonna let you have it in about 20 minutes. You're gonna stick around, Shannon. Shannon's gonna stick around. Let's move on.
Wait, before that, I want to go ahead and say Cowboys, baby.
Wow. It's an earth. We in Hawaii. It's lava, earthquake, everything happening to me right now.
Silence.
Ouch.
Oh my God, Dallas and LeBron.
Y'all sick.
Wow,
Man, I'm gonna get his license plate number, man. Make sure I don't go in that neighborhood.
Seriously, let's go ahead and move on down the line here. Baseball, basketball, football.
Hey, baseball, I've never really been into baseball, but I like the Dodgers.
All right,
so
there
I
it is.
go ahead
Gotta
and give it to the Dodgers. Football. Raiders. It's Raider Nation or nothing for life. Bottom line. I'm gonna let y'all know
Raider Nation better be ready this year.
But basketball, it's all about Miami Heat. I grew up in Florida.
Oh,
I grew up with Tim Hardaway, Lonzo Mourning, Jamal Mashburn, Rashawn Leonard. Those are the guys.
All right. We okay.
That's kind of cute.
Still far away, but okay.
Kind of cute, but Cali Sportsman, I think we heard enough right now.
We really heard enough.
Yeah, we heard enough from
get rid of these dudes.
Yeah.
Cowboys in Miami.
Seriously, man. Come on, let's just bring up the next pair.
It's 43rd and Crenshaw. You talking about Miami?
Hey, we got to be careful out here. And let's get Boston out of the building too, because we got a Boston person. But we'll be right back here on Sports Collective TV.
I think the other dude is from the VA or something. I got something for him too. They're dealing with a world traveler.
Something like that. But we'll be back right now with our other two guests from the LABC League here on Sports Collective TV. Of course, give us a call at 323-293-3375. Call us in. You got any topics? Of course, me and Shannon are going to have a talk right after this one as well. Don't forget, we'll be right back. Sports Collective TV, Morris Media.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
Hey, I'm Sergeant First Class Ferran Dozier. I'm here at the military base, and I have the sickle cell trait. Now, why I got involved is I experienced what they call sickle cell trait exertion. And I was doing the Army physical fitness test, the 2-mile run, and when I got done, I collapsed. A lot of soldiers and athletes have been dying at football fields and running track, and the family members have no idea that they have the sickle cell trait gene or that it's a trigger. So my purpose is to mobilize the community so we can find out what's in your genes. How will life be if we could prevent another child from being born with sickle cell trait or disease? And if a child was born with the trait or disease, that the family members would have the education, awareness, and resources in every city that they lived in. So tune into our webinar series and find out what's the count.
Alrighty, well, we are back here on Sports Collective TV, and of course, we're having a blast inside studio right now. But yeah, we did let go of Shannon and Mr. Amos. But real quick, Julio.
Yes, sir.
Wes, Pastor Wes. Yeah.
He looked like Farrakhan's son or something over here. You know, he looking real good. Iron shirt. He got an iron shirt on, y'all, with a collar on it. I ain't mad
I was looking for me another job today.
There it is. Hey, he's auditioning for us today. That's what he is.
Give me some work going.
I ain't mad at you.
Hey, but real quick, Wes, has anyone told you that you have a resemblance of Kevin Durant?
No, I've never heard that.
Yeah, and he never heard that. He never heard that. He's never heard that.
I'm looking at the TV right now. Look, I'm looking.
No, I've heard of I've heard of Idris Elba, but not. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay, you know. We do wear glasses, you know. We do wear glasses. Sometimes you see things differently.
All right, hey, well, let's get it started here with some more talented ball players here from the LABC League. With Tulio. Tulio, let's go ahead and start off with Tulio, man. Tell us a little bit about your background. What got you into basketball as a little kid?
Oh man, I've just been playing my whole life. Been playing since I was 3. I'm from NoHo, went to school.
Hold on.
What you mean? Hold on.
What you mean? Since I was 3? Why? 3. What is in the kitchen? I mean,
I was hooping like.
That's like people. You know how people say they were singing. Oh, I've been singing ever since I was 1. You just learned how to talk at 1.
Here we go.
I know you 7 feet. But go ahead.
I don't care if it's a Nerf.
Let him have it.
I don't care if it's a Nerf hoop, man. Got to do what you got to do.
Go ahead.
3, man. Look,
he was 8,
3 months old when I started hooping.
He was 8.
Stop, man.
Tell him.
I was hooping with the 8-year-olds when I was 3.
Okay, all right.
Nah, I'm lying, but I'm lying, but still.
I was doing shit.
Can't even walk.
3. You just learn how to walk. You know, mama can't even buy no Jordans yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk shit to you, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay, he was 8, y'all. Now go back.
Yeah, so I'm from North Hollywood. I went to high school out there. You know, the high school that is where the LABC is at is where I went to school too.
Oh, okay.
So you know, it was comfortable to play in there. You know, it's like home. And you know, I graduated college last year, but almost a year now.
You went Division II?
I went to an NAIA school in Kansas called Tabor College.
Okay.
So I finished there, and now it's a year later.
You did the whole 4 year, or did you?
No, I did 2 years there. So I went JUCO. I went to ELAC my first year, East LA College.
All right, now you stop right there.
Go ahead.
We got a little time with this because you've been part of things we've talked about in shows in the past. Is that you go somewhere to go somewhere else, right? So you went from the JUCO piece, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of chasing the dream. Because you didn't get the D1 look, right? You didn't get the D2 look. Didn't get the D3 look. Had bad grades at some point. Something was happening, or you got injured, right?
A little like, you know.
So this is the story, y'all. So that's what we be getting.
Maybe I didn't have enough exposure, you know. Because I had a really really good senior year of high school, and you know, I didn't get the looks I wanted. So JUCO was the route,
right?
You know, JUCO was the route that I thought was best, you know, because I still wanted to keep playing. Like there's no doubt in my mind, I was still going to keep playing. So you know, I looked at a lot of junior colleges and. So East LA, that's the first school I went to.
So then after that 2 year scenario,
I only went there 1 year.
But after the 1 year scenario, going into your second year, you was a better recruit because you was pretty much a grown ass
Well,
man.
East LA, you know, I actually didn't get a lot of playing time that I thought I was going to get.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's it's a while back. You know, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody. Actually, he was a really good coach. He just didn't play me.
Right. It's coaches.
It's a tough decision, but you know, then I transferred to a different JUCO. My grades were really good at East LA, so I didn't have to sit out a year or anything. I was able to play it right away. So I went from East LA College to College of the Canyons, and then from College of the Canyons.
All right, you got too many sleeping bags. All right, we good with that. That's right. So we moving on to my boy.
Oh, we got to move on already?
You moving my boy.
You gave me the story. I can't get my story out.
We're going to come back. We're going to come back. We'll get to that.
Ring. Show the jewelry.
I'm going to ring on.
Yeah, see, he ain't want no ring. That's at Daniel Jewelers. We're going to get to my boy. He said he's from the VA. I've watched dudes in the VA, ball. Okay. You say you're from the VA, right?
Yes, sir. I'm from Richmond.
So from Richmond, Henrico County, right?
Right.
Yeah. So my son, as y'all know, grew up in Henrico County. So I used to watch the get out from like being from the West Coast, and then you go to the VA. They really play East Coast ball, right? So a whole different get out.
It's a whole little get down from East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah,
like more on the East Coast. It's more physical than West Coast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-ball pass scenario where it might be a 2-ball pass with us or just a 1-on-1. So you might even see a 4 or 5-ball pass scenario. That means everybody's moving and they bigger. So what happened, man?
No, I mean,
they big out there. They big out there, though.
Yeah, but you got to be smart.
From Norfolk to Manassas, Fredericksburg, I've been all up, man, watching those cats.
You know, it's they hungry.
Yeah,
they hungry. Just
so like I didn't mean to cut the old boy off, but you got to tell your story too. So what's happening?
I mean, I grew up in VA, but had a dramatic change. So I had to end up coming out here, moving to LA. So I ended up moving to Inglewood. Grew up in Inglewood. Graduated from Morningside High.
Okay.
Then kind of like really play basketball. Really, I didn't start playing basketball to 11th grade year. So basketball was never my first sport. Soccer was my first sport.
Ooh.
When we get
a lot
up,
of people don't know that because I've never shared that with anyone.
Oscar, y'all want to get up and talk to him about how to? Because I brought up Simpson Soccer League. They were like, "Nah, yeah, that don't exist." And you about as old as cotton as me, so I like, yeah, we both was playing soccer as kids. So no, that's interesting. Though.
No, I use soccer only due to the fact that I played football too 1 year in high school, but I use soccer as my footwork as far as the tools to play basketball.
Okay.
Because at first basketball wasn't really for me. I looked like one of those kids out there that really couldn't play, and then I started really playing. I didn't really start really getting good till I would say 2012, 2013.
So you got some sort of ring they talking about? What happened? You won a championship with that? College ring?
I got 3 college rings.
Oh,
you
know, you started when you was 3.
What's
Everything is 3 today.
Okay. 3 rings.
3 rings. Start out your ring.
That's the same amount of rings as LeBron James. Shannon.
Hey, don't worry about it. My man gonna hit with 5.
You got 3 college.
LeBron gonna hit with 5 though.
3.
Shout out to LeBron.
No.
Not gonna lie. Shout out to Bronze.
And Dallas over here. I mean, you guys are blast though, man. That's crazy.
Hey, it is.
So I mean, now you guys in this league, man. I mean, you know, it's still always a chase. I think it'll be a chase until y'all get my age and realize, damn, you know, I can't do it no more. Shit, I slid one time and I was like, it took 5 days to recover. Just like I'd only play like from 3-point line to 3-point line. I was like, nah, it's a wrap. No, so you know, and I play pro tennis, so it's like to go from that. And it's so enthusiastic to see you guys do what you do because it's like it's still that part of me that like still want to kind of like get out there and play and dunk. Y'all believe that? So yeah.
And you're asleep.
6'2". What y'all want to see happen, man? I mean, what is the end game for you guys?
We're just trying to get better, man. Every game that we play, we're just trying to get better as individuals and as a team collective. So
you know, I've watched the league and I watched some games. You know, how do you guys deal with rotation, coming in, coming out? You know
I mean, we don't really worry about that. We just know that we have certain roles. Everybody has their certain roles that they know how to do, and they do it good.
Right.
You know, so when you know how to do your roles good, we don't have to worry about rotations or, you know, subbing people out and people trying to get playing time.
And you know what your wheels can handle, and you just like, look, man, just give me a few or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean,
because you guys don't really practice, right? Do you guys practice together?
Yeah, well, we practice.
You do practice.
Yeah, we take at least one day out of the week. We take a Friday out of every week. You know, we try to go practice over there at Laces High School. So we try to get it in as much as possible.
Because I heard a couple of teams don't even practice; they just show up game day and just
majority of the teams. I'm not going to say all the teams do that, but majority of the teams they don't really practice. They just come and you know, and come and just play. A lot of times, a lot of guys are just working out on their own. So it's able to do that. But when you have team chemistry and you're able to get something going, it's just like what Chris Paul said. You can't deny chemistry, but you can't force it either.
That's true.
So,
you know, we got a lot of youth, Fredo, always watching us. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 cats. We actually have 4 cats. I want to say thanks to the guys that came on earlier. I mean, for the guys that you know that's out there chasing a dream, I mean, what you got to say for those guys? I mean, you kind of remind me of my son.
Talk about the younger crowd?
Just the new hoopers, because there's always a new era of new hoopers. Everybody gonna turn 18 at some point.
Well, the young
hoopers become popular now.
Right.
Basketball is beyond popular.
Right.
I lived in Arizona. Basketball is all year round. You know what I'm saying? So like
basketball is always in Arizona.
Yeah, actually, I played in there. I did AAU there for 9 years, all year round. So what you guys got for the kids, man?
I mean, me personally, for the kids, I just think they just need to do more research and do more. How can I say, man?
Just like study the game.
Yeah, study the game more.
Film.
You know, before they really start to really take basketball serious as serious as they really want it to be, because people have to realize, like the younger kids nowadays, that it's not easy unless you just like that dude. Unless you that dude, then
I know you kind of new to the game. You said you just started playing basketball a week ago. So, but who was y'all idols? And I came from the Julius Erving days. You know what I'm saying? The Elijah days. You know what I'm saying? So,
me personally, I'm gonna take off. Me personally, see, my favorite player was Allen Iverson. See, I don't play nothing like him. I wish I did. You know, he's like everything I'm not. Quick, fast, super athletic, and I'm like, dang, like, I didn't get none of those. Like, you know
that's my boy.
Like, Allen Iverson, that's my boy. Nah, we ain't talking about Mo. Nah.
And AI, man, I went to the Baron Davis thing, and I went to go take a picture with him. He's
took his phone and got on his phone, and I guess he was like bothered with the picture. So I was like standing there for like 2.5 minutes as an idiot, like, is they gonna take a picture of me and him? And he just started getting on his phone. That was an AI moment. Anyway, so back to the studio. I do cameos. So.
There it is. But yeah, man. So real quick, Tulio, let's go ahead and touch a little bit of basketball, baseball, football. Favorite teams.
Baseball, I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch baseball. Like, I'm a pass on that question.
You're not the only one that I've heard so far.
Basketball, of course, I got love for my Lakers, for my hometown.
Yeah.
But I'm Team Bron too.
But I
always root for LeBron, man.
I'm gonna take all these vitamins.
I always root
Give
for
me some
LeBron,
too.
man.
You need some vitamins too. Yeah, take some Levitas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? PMs. They PMs. We're gonna take them at night so we can sleep.
And then football, I mean...
How does that happen,
What you mean? How does what happen?
How does that... I like your attitude.
Tom,
how does that happen? How do you
watch back real quick?
Don't you know he was the cut and paste basketball king? How did you...
I can give you a scenario for why people don't like LeBron.
I already know. I'm one.
Because he too nice.
No. You got to understand. You got Michael Jordan and then you got Kobe. You put those together, what do you have?
Nobody.
LeBron James.
Not really.
Oh,
yeah, you do.
No,
you do.
That's cut and paste.
Yeah, all right.
That'd be typical LeBron James, a cut and paste.
I'm just letting y'all
basketball.
know.
All right.
Everything that he does.
Real quick. All right. Let's get your last football team. You're about to say your football
team. I used to be a Philly fan, Eagles fan, just cause, but like I don't really watch football like that anymore.
You like the colors or something?
I like the Rams. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
He don't know.
I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon now.
He don't know. He think the Clippers play football. You don't know.
Yeah, Wes, real quick, Wes, give me some basketball team.
Oh, I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
Oh, wow.
You already know.
Next, football.
Yeah, I'm a Chargers fan. LA Chargers.
All right. Baseball. You watch baseball?
Yes, sir. Angels fan.
Oh my goodness. He was doing so good till he went to Orange County.
Got to go to Orange County.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, there it is. There it is. That's it. I think that's all we can give you guys. But we'll be back for a quick segment. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye to the LABC gang that came by and stopped by today here at Morris Media Studios and Sports Collective TV. We'll be right back for the last couple of minutes to give you guys some of the hottest takes and let's see if Shannon is tough enough to join us. Shannon?
Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on Sports Collective TV for the last couple of seconds. We're going to give you a quick roundup. Yes, I did invite Shannon up on the stage here to let us know about LeBron. Is it LeBronto?
Hey, it is LeBronto.
All right, why? Why is that?
That's been named.
But why?
If you haven't been watching basketball over the last couple of years,
straight,
it doesn't matter where he is. It's his.
Is he going to win it this year?
Win what? The championship? That's questionable.
It's questionable. Good. I thought if
I'm gonna be honest. Wait,
so why is he not going to win the championship this year?
Well, because if he makes it, whether it's Houston or Golden State, they're going to whoop their.
No, I don't know about that. Golden State, I think it'll be a harder matchup. The Rockets, they can take the Rockets.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
They
got the Rockets.
There's no Hakeem on the squad.
Golden State, though.
That's true, but Clint Capella will have to play out on Kevin Love.
Capella?
From Switzerland. Yeah.
If you take him out,
Capella from Switzerland.
Who's going to stand in front of LeBron? Pick one.
What?
James Harden?
No. Well, I'm not here protecting
Trevor Ariza.
He beat him up when he was a Laker.
Yeah.
Pick a different one.
But I'm not here to defend. I'm not here to defend the Rockets. But if you guys get there.
Sounds like you are talking about they'll beat Cleveland.
Like well, anybody will beat Cleveland, whether it's Houston or
No.
I
think they can beat Houston for sure, not Golden State, though.
That's what I'm saying. You think so?
Yeah,
well, no one's going to beat Golden State.
Golden State, it might go 7. Golden State, it might go 7. 7.
What?
7. Like LeBron showed you, he can literally put it on his back and get to a 7.
But you don't think this is...
And if he gets to 7... Oh, okay.
You don't think this is
it's
the worst?
Not happening in
7.
It's not.
It's happening in 5 if he goes against Golden State.
That's fake news right there.
Golden State's too deep. They're just too deep. That's all.
But real quick, Shannon, thank you very much for stopping by today, man. Big alert. And Mr. Robert Lamar. And real quick, just want to let you guys know, Toronto still got a chance.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Right now, they're
the meteor has fallen. The dinosaurs are dead.
After the Pacers lost.
Toronto still got a chance, but it's a wrap for today on this beautiful Monday here in Los Angeles. We'll be back.
Wrap him
next
up.
Monday.
Please.
Don't wrap me up because I'll keep it going. But Sports Collective TV, thank you guys for joining us as well. Follow us on Sports Collective Media as well. Tune in tonight. We're going to be at the LABC South Division here in LA. Tune in at Sports Collective Media, Morris Media Studios Live. 323-293-3375. Giving you all the information. We'll see you next Monday.
Meet Julie. Julie has been diagnosed with lupus for the last 7 years. She has heard about natural vitamins but did not know where to start. She had so many questions and wished there was something that could help her. Thankfully, there is. Introducing Lupavita. Lupavita is a once-a-day multivitamin that focuses on common deficiencies seen throughout lupus patients. Raising common deficiencies like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium may correlate with lower disease activity in lupus patients. Many Lupavita users have seen more energy, less inflammation, and reduction in pain. Lupavita allows Julie to get the vitamins she needs once a day, in one capsule at a fraction of the price. Find out more today and see if Lupavita can help you. www.lupavita.com 888-852-2102